Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by today for another tutorial. And if this is your first time and you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload new video. Today's tutorial is going to be on a wrap crop top, and this is a very easy tutorial. So let's get into it. Alright, so this is the fabric that I'm using. I am using 2 yards of fabric, and I will draft the back bodies first, so then I'll use it to cut out the front. Okay, so this is my fabric folded into two. I use the biggest measurement of my body, which is my my bust measurement. That's what I use to fold. So to make sure that you have enough, you divide your bust measurement by 4, and mine is about 9.5 inches, and then the rest will be my seam allowance. Okay, so I have a 13 inches across, and the length of the crop top is going to be, I'm going to use 20 inches. So this is my length right here. Now from there I'm going to mark my waist, my shoulder to waist measurement is 16.5 inches, and I mark it right here. And then from my shoulder to my chest line is 9 inches, which is right here, and I mark that. I'm just going to extend these lines. Okay, so this is the shoulder line. My shoulder divided into 2 is 8 inches. So I'm going to place that measurement right here. So this is my shoulder. And then in order to get the shoulder slant, you mark 3 inches from the beginning. Then from the 8 inches mark, come down by 1 inch. So I'm just going to create the shoulder slope. That's my shoulder slope. So the length of my neckline, I'm going to use 4 inches. And for the width, since this is the back, I'll just use 2 inches. And then I'll use my French curve and connect it to the 4 inches mark, which is right here. So that's my neckline. All right, and I'm going to measure my shoulder, divide by 2 again here on my chest line, so that I can connect the lines perfectly. Okay, that's what you have here. So now remember, this is my shoulder slope, so whatever I have left here, I'm going to divide that into 2 by placing my tape rule like this. Okay, so that's the midpoint. Now on the chest line, I will divide my bust measurement by 4, which is 9.5 inches. This is my 9.5 inches. I am going to add an extra 3 inches for ease and allowance. So that's 12 inches. I mark it right here, and then I will just use the French curve and create my armhole. That's the armhole right there. And then on the waistline, I will divide my waist measurement by 4, which is 8.5 inches, which is right here, plus the extra 3 inches. Then I add the 3 inches for ease and allowance, and that's what I have right here. So now I'm going to just connect the lines together. we connect the line down to the length. So this is the and this is the back. The back is ready to be cut out, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. Okay, when you cut, after you cut out the back, you open it up and it looks something like this. So now I am going to use this and just draft the front pattern, but you can also use this and place it on a pattern paper if you wish to draft the front. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you quickly here. So what I'm going to do is from this shoulder, I'm going to come down by 15 inches, which is right here, and I will extend that line. Okay, so you see, so on that 15 inches mark, I am going to I'm going to mark off at 3.5 inches. So from this end on that 15 inches line, I mark off at 3.5 inches right here. So now I will use this end of my hip curve. See, this is my 3 inches. So from the end of the shoulder line, I will make a slant line to meet the 3.5 inches I marked inwards. So you can curve this using your hand, or you can use the the hip curve like I'm using here, and take your time and make it, create the curve. Okay, so once you do that, you have something like this. So once you create this line, you have it like this, as you can see. So from this 3 inches mark, you just go straight, you mark it down like this. I hope you can see what I did. For some people, they prefer to just cut it out straight. If you prefer, you can cut it out straight, but I'm going to be adding a band in mine. Assuming that I'm not using a band, all you have to do is that you start your curve from the tip of the shoulder down to that 3 inches mark, and then you extend it there, and that's fine. But I am using I'm using a band for mine, so I break my slant right here and then just come down. Okay, so this is how you create the front, and then we'll be cutting two pieces of this. So since it's like this, what I have to do is like fold it inwards like this. So when you fold it inwards, you fold it in like this. So it looks something like this, as you can see. So we'll be cutting two of this, one for the right side and one for the left side. Okay, so that's basically how you create your wrap top. So I'm going to cut it out on my front piece and then show you what's next. Okay, so once you finish cutting the front, you will have something like this. As you can see, you have two pieces, one for the right and one for the left. Okay, so I've also cut out the band that will I'll be attaching to the waist like this. So the length of the band is let me measure this. Length of the band is 59 inches, and the width unfold is 4.5 inches, which means when you open this up, this is 9 inches, This is 9 inches. Okay, so when you fold it is a 4.5 inches. So this is the band, and I've cut out 2 of them. Okay. All right, now I'm going to show you the facing for the front. You see this slant where the front neckline is. All you have to do is cut out a strip of fabric. So this is my strip of fabric. Then you just place it on the right side of the front like this, and then you pin it down. Okay, once you pin it down, you're going to sew down. Sew it all the way down, and then after sewing, you're going to flip it over, and then you top stitch. You're going to do that before attaching it to the back. All right, so I'm going to do that now, and I'll show you what's next. All right, so I've attached the facing, and I also attached the facing on the back. Okay, so after you attach it, then you go ahead and sew the shoulders together. So now, after doing that, I'm going to attach my sleeve. This is my sleeve. This is the wrong side of the fabric. So that's my sleeve. I'm going to put that in like this. That's my center front. Then I'll just attach it. I'm going to attach it before sewing the sides close. Okay, so I'll pin it like this. Pin the center, matching the seam on the shoulder. And then you pin it all around. So I'll pin it all around and sew it, and once I finish, it will be like this. And then I'll close the side. I'll close the side seams. Okay, so that's what I did on this side already, as you can see. So once you do that, you hem the bottom of the sleeve using about 1/2 inch, and then you're going to leave about 1 inch here, because that's where I'm going to insert the elastic, and this is the elastic that I'm going to be using. It's 1/4 inch elastic, so that's what I'm going to use and insert here. All right, so I'm going to do that for this side. And then after that, the next thing will be to join the band. In order to close up your band, what I did is I slant this edge. You slant one edge of the band like this when you're sewing it, and then using 1/2 inch close up all the bottom, and then leave this side open. And that's exactly what I did. So I'm going to turn this out from here. I'll turn it out and then give it a good press. Then I'll show you how to attach it to the blouse. Okay. All right, so now I've finished attaching the sleeve and sew the sides. I've also hemmed the bottom. So once you sew the sleeves, remember where I said I left an opening, which is right here. That's where I started to insert the elastic. So now for the elastic, I usually don't measure, the elastic. What I do is I'll just start inserting, and then I'll try it on, and once I like the fit, then I'll just go ahead and cut it out. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't close this up. I'm going to try it on. And if this elastic is okay for me, then I'll go ahead and cut off the excess, and then I'll sew both elastic together using a zigzag stitch. And once that is done, the place that I left open, I'll just use my machine and stitch it close. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And basically the blouse is ready. So I'll do that, and I'll do the same for this side. So now after that, you just go ahead and attach the band. So this is the band. This side is the left side, and this side is the right side. So what you're going to do is get your band. So this is my band. So I sewed the band, I sewed the edge using 1/2 inch, and then I turned it over, and this is the slanted side. As you can see, it's closed, and then this end is not closed. That's the end that will be attaching to the blouse. So you're going to get one like this. So this is the left side, and then you place it. You make sure that the edge that was sewn is facing towards the hem of the blouse. Okay, so once you do that, then you're going to go ahead and stitch it down. You pin it, so now we're going to stitch it down. So this is the top, the one that is going to be on top. So after you stitch it down, when you turn it over, as you can see, it will be clean here. Okay, and now we'll do the same for the other side. On the right side, that's the one that goes on there. Okay, so you pin it down. Once you pin it down, you stitch here, and then when you finish and turn it over, you have a clean edge. So this one goes in the middle. I'm sorry, inside. Okay, so this is the blouse after I've finished attaching the belt. So this is the belt right here. So this side goes on the inside. This goes inside. So we're just going to push this inside. This is the top belt, and then it's going to loop around to the back. And then you loop it around to the back. And then it comes, and then the other one, the other side, this is the one on the inside. You're going to do the same. You do the same thing. Loop it around to the back. And then you have this, and you have that. So this is the finished look. It's a very simple and easy blouse to make. If this tutorial has been helpful to you, please like, share, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.